Today, Precarious plays
Deus Ex, Human Revolution.
Hey, tell me when.
There's that weird skinny arm again.
Yeah.
What on earth is it? No, what is happening there? It's not clipping into the wall.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not.
Oh, there it's not. Why is it so thin?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Do you think it's some sort of like weird camera warping?
Maybe.
Yeah, I think this game might have. Yeah, let's start with this because it is interesting. I think that this game might simulate a camera lens.
I think so, because look,
we got really close, and I was like, look at Jensen's weird thin arm is back. And I thought it was clipping, but it's not. There's not enough material there.
And also, if you look at it straight on, it still looks skinny. Like, that looks much smaller. So I think that they're making him dramatically, like, more top-heavy.
Yeah, because if you pan around, like, see how...
See, the proportion changes.
He has tiny head.
Yeah. Oh!
What weird camera lens thing are they doing?
They're mimicking the type of drama that you see in paintings where everything looks right, but you know that the proportions have been exaggerated. Well, if you look for it, if you know to look for it, a lot of paintings that are particularly dramatic have had parts of the body or parts of the painting just warped because it provides more drama and more emotion. They're doing that intentionally when you look at Jensen. That's crazy. Oh my god, I love this game.
I don't think it's the right one, but what's it? It's called like a fisheye lens.
Yeah, there are things like that. I don't know. I'm not a photographer.
Right. But I feel like it's that kind of visual distortion.
Yeah. Which is cool, and I guess it's like, well, this game is supposed to be very artful in general, and it's supposed to reference a lot of Renaissance, era of Enlightenment type of stuff, because this is like a reflection of that period in history. So they do it with the fashion, and they do it with the architecture. What, is the elevator taking too long?
No.
Hi, buddies!
There it is. Okay.
Whoa. Hang on.
This is what I have been waiting for.
Okay, whoa. Pardon my stuttering, but are those real living humans, or are those merely sculptures?
They are
in
sculptures.
The context of this game. Okay.
They are sculptures except for one.
Okay. Not your ex-lady friend, right?
Your tenacity, Adam Jensen, is really quite irritating. We'd like you to stop now.
I'm afraid I can't, Zhao. You see, I figured it out. I know what you and your conspiracy buddies are planning.
Do you? How clever.
A new biochip. A software upgrade that limits what augmentations can do. You're creating a kill switch.
Do you see it?
I see
You
it.
kidnapped Megan Reed's team to do it, and you're seizing control of the market to ensure it gets distributed. All because you're afraid of people like me.
Those knees are too
Augmented
shiny.
people with the power to resist you.
No one's afraid of you, Mr. Jensen. All your blundering around and childish interference hasn't stopped a thing. Tell me, have you been to a limb clinic lately?
Let me guess. That was supposed to shut me down, right?
Haha, I
Leave me
remember
broken and
correctly.
begging.
The Augs are recalled. You should be offline.
Women never fail to underestimate men.
Hey, Jensen.
That's not nice.
But I think he's about to get decked, so...
You should have stayed dead, Jensen.
You earned that one. wasn't even that bad.
Jensen usually doesn't say shit. Whoops. Jensen doesn't usually say stuff just to be saying words. You know what I mean?
Oh my.
I think that he probably has, I think appropriately, I think accurately has, uh-oh.
Whoa.
He comes back online before, I can reload my darts. That's not good.
No. This is such a trippy scene.
Yeah, so let me,
This is great.
let me cool down and think about what I'm gonna do then. I don't think that Jensen says things idly. He doesn't have like an idle mind.
Mm-hmm.
If you listen to the way he speaks throughout the game, it's very manipulative, but in a professional context. Like it is tactical. It's I mean, it's
so he was
police
saying
work,
he
right?
was saying that because it would bother her.
Yeah, because I think that he has accurately pegged her as someone that is very proud of being a woman.
Of her accomplishments in the context of her gender.
Right, because as we were talking about before, in the facility, I think that the reason why they were abducting young ladies
Mm-hmm.
is because she wants women to be the brain of her big supercomputer.
That is the most fucked up compliment I have ever come across, ever. Let's not go there. It's not okay. Oh my gosh, this exhibit is such the perfect place to fight this guy. This whole situation is so... perfect. I love everything about this. It's spooky, and
Too far away.
it's dramatic. It has a glow to it. It's a good place to fight. I mean, just look at it.
It's a little different than I think it was in the base game.
Yeah.
I think that was too shallow.
I don't know. I think he was walking towards you, so... Oh, no, I think you were right. Didn't see you. Oh, please. This guy is so tough. I think it was very clever for them to undress him for this fight.
Mm-hmm.
And also, I find it
That's
fascinating.
that French influence, I think.
Yeah. I think it's fascinating that the tissues used for his augmentations are red and muscular, red and white, and have the same aesthetic as a body. I think that that's a really interesting stylistic decision on the part of the manufacturer. Like, where did he get his augments from?
I don't know. It sort of makes me wonder: are they newer or are they older?
Yeah, right? I mean, if these are in a museum and they're being used for art purposes...
No, these aren't. This is a sculpture garden of sorts.
Yeah, but
These augments are like these are not display versions of the augments. Is what I'm
right.
trying to say.
But I'm saying that for technology to start influencing art, technology has to exist for a little bit. Unless they're doing sci-fi, then it kind of goes backwards. But I wonder if his augments are the older kind, and these sculptures are meant to mimic the feeling of those augments that are older.
I don't think that they're meant to evoke augments at all.
Really?
Yeah, I think it's just about the human body.
Even in the building we're in?
Oh.
I mean, it's a moving sculpture that looks as good as real muscle tissue. Even though it's clearly not, and it's not an augment. I think that would be something that they would be striving for, don't you?
Maybe.
Hey, look. Hey, man, look. We dropped something for you. Oh, no. Stop touching. No touching.
I think he just tried to break my neck a little bit.
A little bit. No, he definitely did. He just cartwheeled over your skull.
And I guess Jensen only survived because he's augmented?
Yeah.
Is that the takeaway?
Yeah, the servos were just strong enough to avoid that really lethal twist. Like, he twisted as he was going over you.
You know what I should try? I should try two things. One, I should try this, and one, I should try that. So I'm gonna try and hit him with a gas grenade. And I'm gonna try to shoot him in his noodle.
Well...
She's lost to you, my friend.
This is so
45.
cool.
Maybe if I get him in the head,
Track me all the way here.
it'll be better.
Now should be simple.
It will do more.
I'm just fascinated by this fight. Also, this fight is quite difficult in comparison to many of the others that we've gone through.
That's because this is the last, I think this is the last traditional mano a mano, like human shape versus human shape battle in the game. I think there's one more big boss, but it is against a construct, essentially. It's closer to like a box guard situation.
Yeah. Well, it's really cool. They definitely did a great job on this boss arena situation. Is it working on him? Yeah, that's working on him. Whoa, he's right in your face! Ah! He came by to say hello.
Hold on, I'm gonna go ahead and preemptively use a hypo. Use a healing hypo.
Good plan.
But I'm the gas grenade did some work, but I'm all out now.
You know, there is... I'm fairly sure that this room was inspired, at least in part, by the exhibit called Bodies. Are you familiar with that one?
No, it sounds like something that a murderer would make, though.
You wouldn't want to go see it, but I have always wanted to see it, and I've never been in the right city with the right museum at the right time, because I don't do cities very often anyways. But essentially, it is a bunch of, it's like, it looks a lot like this, but it is a bunch of, medical specimens of humans in various states of
undress.
I was gonna say dissection, but it's really interesting. Like, it has poses so that you can see what muscles are doing what, and there's like one that is just the nervous system as it is without any skeleton, or it's like the physical, it's a physical construction of a lot of textbook diagrams that we've all seen that are kind of lifeless because they're, you know, scientific illustrations that leave out a lot of the detail for the sake of clarity. But it's like sculptures like that, but then more so. And like, you can see things like it has people doing very mundane things, and it recontextualizes a lot of anatomical processes. It's really, really cool and very, very gross at the same time. If you're not comfortable with detaching your brain from the part of you that goes ew muscle tissue, then you can't deal with it, which is fine. I respect that emotion because it's probably the healthier of the options. But like, it's basically sculptures like this, but then there are skeletons, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, I'll have to look this up again, because whether whether it's made out of real human tissue or not, the visuals are
Come
similar,
closer,
but I think
Jensen.
that it's actually cadavers.
Ew, too far.
Oh, I know, it really is for most people, and that's fine. Like I said, I respect that, but at the same time, I'm like, oh, I really want to see it. You know? It's just fascinating, and it's all, if it is cadavers, you know that they were all responsibly sourced from people like me who would donate their, you know, remains to science. Like...
I thought you would be more formidable than this.
Oh. There are plenty of donate a body to science programs, and I'm sure that if there are cadavers, like if it is actually made out of cadavers, it was made through one of those programs. But it's a lot like this, and I've always wanted to see it. I don't even think it's touring anymore.
You know what I've got to say?
What?
Is this what I've been doing to people this whole game?
What?
Just this guy... I haven't gotten into too many fights, but really, he's changed it out his weapon for a more lethal one.
Yeah.
But the jumping over walls, the constant disappearing...
Oh yeah, no, that's definitely what you've been doing to people this whole game.
Whew. Ah, that's what happened to Jensen at the start of the game.
Beautiful symmetry.
Finish it.
Not
Nope.
until you tell me where Megan is.
You've lost her, Jensen. Men like us, we never get back the things we love.
Ah,
Didn't they give away his dog too?
yeah, the dog got put down
Oh.
because Megan was missing or presumed dead, and Jensen was, in like a medical coma.
Will you give it to a shelter? Jeez, people.
Yeah,
There
I
are
think
so many other solutions. I mean, obviously they were trying to make it more tragic, but like,
Did they need to?
God, I thought that it got, it's such a stupid answer to that question that I'm sure I already knew it and then like ignored it.
Whoa, look at that.
That does look fancy.
That is a sci-fi rifle that I'm gonna leave on the ground.